matter?
You're 40, Martin.
It's more than that.
You're foreboding. The sense that everything going right is a sure sign of everything going wrong. All the awful things to come, all of that.
When are you going to come in here?
Because I heard you in the hall and I called you in.
Right.
Martin, what's my name? What's my name? Who am I? Who am I?
See it?
Yes. Who am I?
You're the love of my life, the mother of my handsome yet slightly worrisome son, my cook, my playmate, my bookkeeper.
Right, but what's my name?
Come on, Stevie.
That's right. How long will the interview be?
The usual, I guess. Ross said it wasn't a feature, just a sort of catch up.
On your 40th.
On my 40. Maybe I'll tell Ross
What?
that my mind's going.
Your mind's not going.
Where?
Anywhere.
Stevie, it's just a thought. You think maybe I have Alzheimer or dementia?
Alzheimer. Dementia. Are you feeling alright?
No, that's why I'm asking you. Perhaps it's Alzheimer.
Okay, look. The thing is, if you can remember what it's called, then you don't have it.
And what?
What's that smell?
What time are they coming? Oh,
Soon, you said. Very soon.
I did. Good.
Did you find it?
Find what?
The new head for your razor, Martin. It's dangerous if it's just lying around.
Well, it's here somewhere. Stevie, I know I saw it. I saw this. Basic services limited. Limited to what, Al? Larissa Atherton, there's no number, no internet thing. Why bother with the card? Larissa Atherton.
Larissa Atherton. Basic services.
You know, every time someone gives me one of these, I'm not supposed to give them one back, but I don't have them.
I told you to have them made, Martin.
I
Cards.
don't want to.
Then don't. Who is she?
Who's who?
Larissa Atherton. Basic services. Does she smell funny?
I don't know who she is, Stevie. There's nothing on the card. Where was I this week?
I suppose it doesn't matter, Speaky. If you are seeing this woman, this is Larissa Atherton, who's a dominatrix, I presume.
How could I be seeing a dominatrix?
Why not?
Oh, you seem to know one of the things I don't.
I do.
But I probably don't know a couple of things you do.
Less likely, but alright.
You look okay?
Yes.
Look tight.
Well, if you are seeing this woman, Martin, I think we should talk about it.
If I were, we would.
Well, if not the dominatrix, then some blonde, some chippy half your age.
First of all, someone just like you, as bright, as resourceful, as intrepid nearly you.
Save it. Something's going on, isn't it?
Yes, I fallen in love.
He was Irish.
Yes, I've fallen in love.
I knew it.
Hopelessly.
I knew it.
That's what against it.
Oh, you poor darling.
What are?
I suppose you better tell me.
I can't.
Tell me, Martin.
Sylvia, her name is Sylvia.
Sylvia, who's Sylvia?
She's a goat, Sylvia's a goat. She's a goat.
You're too much, Martin. Fix that collar, I'll just be back.
I'm too much. I suppose I am. You've done something new to your hair? Yeah, and how are you, old man? I'm 40.
It's a term of endearment and hey, nice flowers by the way.
It is?
Wait, what is?
Old man, how's that? Ranunculus.
Sorry?
The proper plural of ranunculus according to old Martin.
Yeah, some say ranunculus is, but actually, that just sounds wrong to me, not although I'm sure it's probably perfectly acceptable.
Right. Fine. Then are you happy in that chair next to your flowers? Are you happy in it?
Well, that's a very serious question, Ross. I don't even know if I've ever sat in it. Stevie, have you ever sat in this one?
Yes, you sat there the last time, Ross.
No, but that's different. Was I happy in it? Did I sit here in contentment, bathe me in this warm light? No,
Yes, contentment fell and I watched you bathe in its warm light. Upward to go.
Where are you going?
Out.
Are we in tonight?
Yes, but I think Billy's going out. TV time, forget my head, I'll probably stop by the field store.
Wait, by the what? She's gonna stop by the what?
I no crew, no camera, Ross. I thought people didn't
No,
know
it's an audio interview. Well, you're awfully well dressed for that.
Oh, is there a problem that I like looking good?
You try. Anyway, so right, are you ready for the chair?
Hey, how's old Todd?
Wait, old Todd?
Yes, old Todd?
Right, you mean my baby son, who just last week it seems was dandling on my right knee.
Lovely word, dandling. Yes, that old Todd.
Right, who I cannot accept having turned 18 because that
Whom you cannot have him.
pushing me further into middle age. I mean,
Yes, that old Todd.
Yeah, he's okay. He asked me last week, I don't know, since he was 7 or something, why he didn't have a brother or a sister or whatever, why April and I didn't have another child. Why?
April's a pretty name, Ross. It's actually named after the pastel month. April, May, June. You name girl babies after that.
Yeah, I told him if you do it right the first time, why take a chance with another?
Did he like it? Did he buy it?
Well, of course he seemed to, of course. I could have given him the whole excuse, you know, our graduating class got together, vowed to only have one child,
Which
keep the
child?
population China. Right. Which reminds me, how's Billy? How's your party?
It's good. 17 last week. Didn't go come to the
I
party.
didn't send.
Oh, it's a pity. It was a good party.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, it was pretty nice.
But how is he?
He's good. He's a pretty cute kid, Billy.
Yeah.
Bright as you'd like. Gay as the 70s, though.
It's a passing phase, don't worry. Have you had the old serious talk with him?
No, you get over it when you right. I'm too smart. I'm too smart for that. So is he. So is Billy. I told him, Billy, be sure. No, he is. He says he's sure. He loves it, he says.
Oh, see, he loves it. It's college. He's getting late one way or the other. I wouldn't worry about it.
Worry about who?
Billy, 17, it's a phase.
Oh, my son's a phase like the moon.
He'll get better soon, yeah? He'll come out of it, right? Okay, are you ready? Let's do a voice test. Is the phone off?
Yes, I see Stevie's done it. There's a bird somewhere.
Yeah, I can hear a bird.
I don't know. It's flapping around now.
I said a bird in your house.
I don't know. I saw it earlier. I didn't know to get it out. The window was too small. It kept hitting the glass.
They're all just animals, aren't they? Anyway, right, so let's go. Right, just be yourself.
I'm sure.
Okay, wait, no, before that, Steve, didn't Stevie say she's going to a feed store, right?
No,
Pet
she's
bird.
not. She's not.
Then why did
it's
she
a
say?
joke. It's a joke.
A joke that you never get to tell me about.
It's just not a very funny joke.
Never mind. Alright, just, Martin, as I said, be yourself.
Look, are you sure?
No, then put on your public voice. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Don't switch in the middle like that, okay?
Okay.
Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ross Tuttle, and welcome to People Who Matter. Some people have birthdays, but no one pays them any mind. Well, friends, of course, family, yes, but other people are, and I was about to say special, but that's a dumb word, because some people are extraordinary. They affect the lives of others in more than ordinary ways, inform them, enrich them, and one such person, and a very good friend of mine, is Martin Gray, ladies and gentlemen. So good evening, Martin.
Good evening.
3 things happened to you this week, Martin. You became the youngest person to win the Pritzker Prize, which is architecture's version of the Nobel. You were also chosen to design the World City, a multi-billion-dollar futuristic enterprise set to rise in the wheat fields of our Middle West. And also, Martin, how could we forget you celebrated your 40th birthday? So happy birthday, Martin.
Thank you.
And many congratulations.
Thank you, Ross.
Quite a week.
Yes, quite a week.
How does it feel?
Turning 40.
No, all of it. How does it feel?
It's I don't know what to say, Ross. It's unsettling.
The prize, the World City, all of that.
It's
Well, isn't it amazing, thrilling, perhaps?
turning 40, not really, Ross.
No, the prize, when you heard about it, I mean, you were the youngest person to win it.
But 40 still isn't. All right. It was amazing. Yes, thrilling.
For someone so young.
40 isn't young, Ross.
You were the youngest person to win it. Anyway, where were you when you found out?
I was at the gym. I had taken all my clothes off. Stevie called me there.
Yeah, Stevie is, of course, your wife.
I know that.
How did that make you feel?
Stevie, my wife. Oh, perfectly fine. I don't
The prize, when you heard about it, the news.
Oh, it was gratifying. Not being naked, of course, but sure.
Hey, what do you, shall I say, thunderstruck?
Oh, Ross, you know how it is with these sort of things. You can sort of see them coming.
It must have still been pretty wonderful, full of wonder.
Yes, it was pretty wonderful.
Tell us about the World City then.
You just did though.
More.
All right. It's valued at $200 billion. It's set to come up in the wheat fields of Kansas. Yes, Kansas. Yes, that's all I know.
What an honor, Martin. What a do-over honor. Some might say you're at the peak of your success, and no matter what happens,
Are you implying that it's all downhill from now? What? You reached the peak, you can only go.
listen, I cannot record that. You're a million miles away.
That far.
So you want to try it again once?
Try what?
We're recording, Martin.
Right, of course. No, let's do it again.
No, listen, is something the matter?
I suppose so.
Yeah, then do you want to talk about it?
What do you want to talk about?
Or what the matter is?
Why? What's the matter?
Listen, you just said something was the matter. Martin, 30 years. Come on, we have known each other for 30 years since we were 10. Right?
That gives you something, rights, something.
Well, I am your oldest friend now.
No, I don't think so, Ross. You remember the aesthetics professor from college? I still see him. He's over 90 now.
Right, then I'm the person you've known the longest.
Aunt Sophie. She gave me a red tricycle.
She's a relative.
And your point is?
Relatives aren't friends.
That's debatable.
They're not the same thing as friends, and that's it.
Sure, if you're going to put so many conditions on it, you're my best friend outside of family, I don't see why that's relevant.
It's relevant because you're troubled, and I thought I was the person.
You're not still keeping, you're not still on.
Frankly, we're not.
Then I can get up.
Yeah, fine, get up. If you're not happy, get up. Go. No, get up.
No, Ross, why are you treating me like I'm a child?
Because you're acting like a child. Martin,
Sure,
this right here is probably the most important week of your life. And you act like you don't know where you're coming from.
Maybe it's love or something.
Wait, no, what is?
No, you're treating me like a child. Ross.
You're having an affair?
I'm having an affair. Shh.
Not having an affair. Not having. Sorry.
No, why don't you just bring your crew over? They would have loved this.
The crew, they know their business.
And
what? They know their business. What do you want me to do now?
what? Aren't you guys friendly anymore?
We're friendly, but okay, what do you want me to do? Have the crew over for dinner. Now, me, Todd, and April, and the crew over for dinner.
Oh, you could try it.
What?
Oh, you could try that. I suppose not. No, why not, Ross? Really, why not? Why not have them over for dinner?
I think you know me. And it's just that they work for me. And I don't generally mix with them because I don't mix
Because
with
you don't mix with the head.
What?
No, you don't mix with the head because you're a
Wow.
big TV personality. You've not be seen mixing with the snow.
That is not what I meant. So, it is not what I meant. You
You're a
know it.
snob, Ross. You're a snob, and I've always known that.
We're best friends, remember?
Meaning?
We like each other.
Oh,
We're supposed to more than anyone else.
Because who else can we be cranky with, right?
You can be cranky with Stevie.
No. No, Stevie doesn't take too well to the whole cranky anymore. She's learned to flow over the earth's back. Don't be so cranky, Martin.
It's a pity.
Yeah, it's frustrating more than anything.
Anyway, so you're in love.
With Stevie, 20 years, yeah.
No, I mean in love, you know, pickety fat Humpty Doodle, whatever the shit that Okay, fine, you were in love outside of Stevie as I read it, right?
I don't know why you read it that way, I never wrote it that way.
Okay, you know what, that's it. I'm leaving.
Why?
Why? Because I came here to fucking interview you.
Right, fine.
To boost your fucking ego.
Okay, Ross, I have no ego.
Bullshit, you have an ego. And to boost that fucking ego more than where it already is, and you managed to fuck that up.
Fine. You say fuck a lot.
You want to say fine a lot.
Ross, why you acting like a child? Come back. Gosh. Make such a big deal of everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
So tell me about it.
About what?
You love.
Alright, Ross, don't take this the wrong way. I mean, I mean no offense. We are best friends outside of family. We've known each other a long time. It's just I don't know that I want to.
I think you do.
Oh, that I can.
Try.
You're very persistent.
And your best friend.
Okay, I'll try. Where to begin?
So now you're telling me.
I'm starting to, or do you begin to start? It's hard, Ross. It's hard. It's just like I never thought something like this would come up. You know, I mean, Stevie and I were so good together. We're good in bed. We're good out. We're always honest. We're always considerate. And you should know this, Ross. It's important that you know that I've never been unfaithful. In all our years together, not once physically untrue.
Wow.
Yes, and wow, let's leave it at wow, Ross, because I've been broke, alright? In the kitchen by our friends, and she's once or twice late at the party, and perhaps my hand went a couple of places where it probably shouldn't have been, but I never did anything. You follow?
I follow.
It never seemed necessary,
Right,
Ross,
right.
either to do comparison or even for its own sake. It's never necessary, right? I mean, you remember that time, that college reunion, we called that number of the gang.
The Ladies' Aid Society. I still have that number.
And remember we had to Bimbai.
Bimbos, yes.
Bimbai.
Bimbos, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Bimbai.
Bimbai over.
Bimbai to our room. What was the name? Mine was Alice.
Alice.
Big girl.
Large Alice. Large Alice.
And yours was what? Yours was April.
No, April's my wife.
I'm not judging.
They're not the same.
Just like when we roomed together. So what do we call it?
Reunion for our own
For our own
reunion.
reunion. And you remember what happened?
No, what happened?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't perform.
You couldn't perform!
That one time, remember that one when we go undergraduate?
You could. Right, you couldn't perform that one time, right?
When we were undergrads, I never had that problem
Because?
because I hadn't met Stevie.
Ah, you had met Stevie.
And that time of the reunion, Stevie and I were going together.
Whatever, yeah.
I was already in love with her, that's the point, and I didn't know how much.
Okay, so what I gather is it's an interesting theory, I'll give you that. Okay, the heart rules the dick. I always thought men thought from
No, that's cynical, Ross, that's cynical. The point
Cynical.
is, yes, the point is that in love with Stevie, she owns every part of me. I mean, okay, imagine that I'm away, and let's say Stevie's here, and say I get itchy.
Okay, so you touch yourself and you think about your wife.
Is that so horrible?
No, it's wonderful.
Ross, there's a tone here that I'm not.
There is no tone. Okay, go on, tell me how did you fuck it up?
Fuck what up?
Well, fuck what up your life apparently with you and Stevie. How did you fuck that up?
Alright. It's like I said, I never wanted it.
Yes,
I never needed
yes,
it,
fine.
and you know how it is, Ross. Then one day.
Wait, no, and then one day?
One day.
Then one day what?
One day, Ross, alright, I was out house hunting, alright, farm hunting. Stevie and I, we thought perhaps this time we got ourselves a real country, a place to get away for a week, and we deserved it, maybe. And so I got my car, it was about 50, 60 kilometers from the city. Stevie couldn't make it, she was here. And I found a really nice large farmhouse, and I called Stevie, I said, Stevie, you have to see it. And you know, Stevie was, oh, well, a farm, do we really need it, Martin? I told her to wait. I told her we'd talk about it, and she was okay with that for a while. So I got back in the car, I was driving back to the highway, I stopped at the top of this hill.
The crest of the hill. You stopped at the crest of it.
Right, the crest of the hill, fine, fair enough. And the view from there was, it wasn't spectacular, let's be honest. You thought, where did you see spectacular views? It was still pretty wonderful,
Yeah.
you know? Autumn leaves and these great scudding clouds.
Oh, and bullshit? You get on with it?
I'll get to it. There was really lovely fruits and these vegetables, and I was getting back in my car with the loop, the vegetables and the fruit. I was getting back in the car, and I look past this vegetable seller. I look past the stand, and I saw her.
Oh, no. You saw her, just long dark hair, firm tits, the fairest skin.
No,
I've
you don't
ever
understand.
had.
You don't understand.
But no long dark hair, no firm tits, no fair
She
skin.
was just there, and she was looking at me with the eyes, Ross. You know how sometimes it's just with the eyes?
It was love.
Not quite, you don't understand.
Then it wasn't love.
No, it was love, but I didn't know it right then. How could I?
Right, initially, how could you? Because initially it was good old lust, dicks trying to get
No,
big
you
in
don't
your pants.
understand.
Not
No,
just
you
leaving
don't
this.
understand. I didn't know what it was I was feeling. I never felt something so amazing before.
Martin, did you talk to this amazing woman?
Did I what?
Did you talk to her? Did you get a number or something like that?
Yes, okay, fine, yes, I did. I went to where she was standing. I spoke to her, yes. And I touched her face. And I'm not comfortable. Ross, you're looking
Okay,
at me.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me try and help you out. Okay, so you're seeing her.
Yes, I'm seeing her,
You're
yes.
having an affair with her.
I'm not sure that's the best.
Martin, you're fucking her. That's what it is.
Yes, put very delicately, yes, that's what I'm doing.
And you're in love.
And I'm in love, that's the important bit. See?
No, what do I see?
Oh, come on, Ross, try. I'm seeing her.
Yes.
It's not the best way. Putting it as an affair is not the best way, but I'm sleeping with her, yes. All of which is it's beyond even.
And you're in love.
I'm in love with her. I love Sylvia.
Martin, I almost dare not ask this, but who is Sylvia?
I can't tell you, Ross.
Listen, who else but me? You obviously can't tell your wife.
Of course I can't tell Sylvia.
Then who is Sylvia? Who is she?
No, don't laugh, Ross. Ross, don't
You
laugh.
had me.
No, don't laugh.
No, I was the
please.
one who plays the pranks and you're following him through. Martin, this is Sylvia.
Yes.
Who you're fucking.
Don't say it like that. It's whom.
With who?
Yes.
Martin, for how long now?
5, 6 months.
6 fucking months. Jesus God, you have to tell Stevie.
Oh no, Ross, you see why I can't. Right?
Why then if you don't, then I will.
No, I told you this in confidence, Ross. You can't go tell Stevie.
Martin, you're my friend, but you're in big trouble.
I am.
So you sure are, buddy, you sure are.
Alright, Ross, let me explain. Alright, just sit. We can talk about it. You've not go to
Martin, this is a goat. You're having an affair with a goat. You're fucking a fucking goat, Martin.
Yes.
You're doing what? You're fucking a goat.
Please.
Ma, please tell me this is some sort of sick fucking joke. Ma, is this some sort of sick fucking joke?
Billy, can you leave her out?
Fucking goat.
Billy, don't swear.
Don't what?
Don't swear, you're too young.
You tell me that you're fucking a goat and you tell me not to swear.
Your sex life is
All
different.
right, you two.
Fuck you, at least I was a people.
I said all right, you two.
Goat fucker.
Fucking
I
faggot.
said
Sorry. Fucking faggot. I'm sorry.
Fucking faggot. You called me a fucking faggot.
Sorry, Billy, I didn't mean to call you a fucking faggot. I don't give a shit what you put where. I mean, I don't mind one way or another is what I meant, Billy. I'm sorry.
Sure.
your father's sorry, Billy, for calling you a fucking faggot because he's not that kind of a man. He's a decent, liberal, right-thinking, famous gentleman who right now would appear to be fucking a goat, and I would like to talk about that if you don't mind. Or even if you do.
I'm sorry, Mom, you go right ahead.
Let's review Ross's letter, shall we?
How could he even...
How could he, best friend to both of us, a man you would trust with your life, no?
No, not
How
anymore.
could he do such a thing? Dearest Stevie, this is the hardest letter I've ever had to write into my dearest friend. Because I love you, Stevie, as much as I love Martin, because I love you. Respect you, love you, and I can't stay silent at a time of crisis for you both, for Martin's public image and your own deeply devoted
No, that's bullshit.
Self, Martin. I must put it boldly, for hinting would only put off the inevitable. Martin, he told me this himself. Boy, that would have been a very interesting conversation, would it not?
No, it wasn't.
Martin is having an affair with a certain Sylvia, who I'm mortified to tell you is a goat.
Goat, a fucking
Will you
goat.
please You will, of course, be shocked and greatly distressed to know this, but I felt it my obligation to be
thank
the
you.
one to bear these tidings.
Tidings?
As a- Yes, tidings. Yes, you know tidings.
What joy and Merry Christmas
You
from
tell
Ross.
me. As I'm sure you'd rather hear it all from a dear friend as opposed to what the Peter.
Come on, Stevie.
Doubtless, Martin will tell you. Doubtless.
If given the chance in my own time, Stevie, I would have.
Doubtless, Martin will tell you all I have not, all I cannot. Well, what are friends for, huh?
Dad, yes, poor Dad.
What?
With profound affection for you both, Ross. Well, Martin, now you will tell me what the fuck Ross was talking about after you tell me what friends are for.
Stevie, will you listen? Will you hear me out? Stevie, listen. Okay.
Don't
Hear
you
me
never
out.
stay the fuck away from me. You smell of code, you smell of shit, you smell of everything I cannot imagine being able to smell. Stay the fuck away.
Stevie, I love you. Jesus.
All right. You love me. You love me.
Yes.
But I'm a human being, Martin. I toothbrush, I give milk on your special occasions and I use the fucking toilet. You love me? I'm sorry, Martin, I don't understand. How can you love me, but you love so much less?
Fucking a goat.
That does it enough.
I'm saying the truth.
Please go to your room.
Oh, really, Martin?
Go to my room.
Yes, please leave us alone. Go to your room.
You think I'm eight or something?
I don't care.
Go to
Leave
your
room.
room, Billy, or you might learn something from your father here.
Oh, thank you for the support.
Oh, welcome.
I'm not gonna leave you here with this pervert.
Just go to your room, Billy, or go outside. Just leave us alone.
Yes, why don't you go outside? That's a splendid idea. Why don't you go to one of your public...
Knock it off!
Wow.
You seem to know a lot about that, huh?
Well, you told me to do my reading. I did my reading.
So, I'll go if you want. I really will. Not to your places. I'll probably go to my room. And I'll probably lock the door and I'll probably lie down on my bed. And I'll probably start crying. It'll probably get louder and worse, but you guys won't hear it. No. Because you'll probably be at each other's throats by then. But I'll be here and my little 8-year-old heart in twain as they say.
That's actually quite poetic.
Jesus.
Now it's just you and me.
Just you and me?
Why, I take it you want to talk about it.
You take it, huh?
Is that a yes?
You know what I thought, Martin? After I read that fucking letter from the first word to the last, after I read it all, you know what I thought? Well, I laughed, of course.
Maybe.
It's a grim joke, but an awfully funny one. That Ross, I tell you, that Ross, it's funny in its own awful way, but it's really a good word, Ross. So I shook my head and I laughed. At the awfulness of it, the absurdity of something like that, the awfulness. Some things are so awful you have to laugh. And so I shook my head and I laughed. But then I listened to myself laughing and I asked myself why I was laughing. Some things are not funny when you come down to it, Ross. Why was I laughing? And then I realized in the awful way if you suddenly fell off a building that, oh shit, I'm going to die. I'm going to go splat on that sidewalk and I'm going to die, and it wasn't funny and it wasn't a joke. And then everything made sense. Ross coming in for the interview, the funny smell, the whole Noel Coward bit we did about you having an affair with the goat. You came right out and you told me, Martin, I made jokes about going to the beach store and I laughed. I fucking laughed. And then that stopped too. And then everything came crashing down. Ross's letter, the funny smell, the mistress's perfume on you, and so I knew, Martin. But knowing is one thing. Believing what you know, that's the tough part. You are prepared for jolts along the way, Martin. The lies, the evasions, the fucking infidelities. I've never had an affair, by the way. Not even with a cat or anything.
Stevie's not
You prepare for things, Martin, for lessenings. Inevitable lessenings, and we think we can handle it all. We think we can handle every obstacle that comes our way. But we don't know, do we? Look at me, Martin, we don't know, do we?
No, we don't.
Fucking right we don't. Some things happen which are outside the rules. Outside the way the game is played. You've heard about spouses. But I hate that word, spouses. Who suddenly start wearing dresses. Yours are their own collection, wives gone dyke. But one thing which you don't put on your plate, no matter how exotic your palate is bestiality.
No,
The fucking animals, Martin, no! That's one thing you haven't thought about. I wonder when he'll start losing livestock. I should call mom and ask her dad and how she handled it. No. That's one thing you missed out. That's one thing you can't even conceive of, Martin. So, how was your day? How was your day, Martin? Tell me how your day was.
It was good. It was a busy day at the office. We started on the design of the whole city.
The world city. That's. What else? What else did you, huh?
On my way home, I stopped by the haberdasher.
Haberdasher.
Stevie.
That's someone who makes haberdash.
No, haber, I think. Dash is part of the cloth.
Of course, silly. What else? Go ahead. What else?
Nothing. I came home and Billy
Wait a second. You came home? You didn't stop by to meet your lady friend, get a licking?
She's in the country, Stevie, please.
Oh,
don't.
she's in the country.
Yes, I
bro.
keep her there.
Where?
In the Stevie, please don't.
Martin, did you
want?
What, kill you?
No, no. Talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it, Martin. What I want is for the whole thing to rewind. I want to have never read that fucking letter. Make me not believe it, Martin. Please. Make me not believe it.
Why aren't you crying?
Because it's too serious. Do goats cry, by the way?
Sylvia,
What, you haven't made her cry
what
yet?
question is that?
What's the matter with you, Martin? His son's probably lying on his bed, tears flowing. His wife would be crying right now, except she can't be that weak. And you can't even make a goat cry. Shame
I
on you,
never
Martin.
said I couldn't. I never said I couldn't. I said I had it.
Well, the goats of this world must be very happy.
Sylvia, I can't have this discussion with
Oh,
you.
you can't have this
I
discussion.
can't.
Your choice. Sit back down and tell me everything. Sit down, Martin.
All right, fine. Where do I begin?
Maybe from the beginning. Why do you call her Sylvia, by the way? Does she have a name tag or something? Or was it Mom? Who is Sylvia? Where is she that all the gods come in here?
No, it just seemed right. And very good, by the way.
Thank you so much. So you go to this barn or farm, I presume, and you look at this animal and you say, well, this is Sylvia. Or did you talk to her? Hello, Sylvia. How did you know it was a she? Bag of liquids dragging in the dark? Or is this your first?
She is my first. She's my only.
Oh, well.
Yes, no, you don't understand that. You're looking at it as just a fuck, a quick fuck, and that's it.
Go on.
No, I'm not going to go on.
Yes, you will
I
go
can't
on.
have this
You
discussion with
stay
you.
right there and you tell me everything, Martin.
All right, fine. Fine.
Fine.
We will have a normal discussion like a duck. As I said to Ross.
Not as I said to Ross, as you say to me, I'm the one standing here.
In any event.
Not in any event, this bloody event.
Stevie, as adults, please. As I said to Ross.
Fine. I've accepted Ross.
Thank you. As I said to Ross, I was out looking for. I was looking for the country place, Stevie, the place we wanted. And yes, it took me a while because if you're after utopia, you need to look. Unless you're one of those people who find that straight off, that's our place. You have to look. I mean, it had to be close enough to the city, but still practical for our country need.
Oh, our country needs.
You're the one who said it. Verdancy, flowers.
It's all very lovely. Now get to the fucking goal.
I'm getting there. I'm getting to her.
Stop calling it her.
It's what she is. It's a she. She's a she.
Well, I should be glad it wasn't a he.
Now that you bring it up, I mean, it's funny. There's this place that I went to.
Please.
Yes, when I realized that something was wrong, but that that people would think something is wrong, that what I was doing wasn't
I am
right.
going to kill you.
Yes, probably. There's a place where people went to talk about what they were doing and with whom.
Not with who, with fucking what?
Whatever,
What?
Stevie, whatever, a place. Alright, a therapy place, like AA, like Alcoholics
What
Anonymous.
God fuckers Anonymous?
No, Stevie, no cute name. No cute name, no AA, no nothing, alright? Just a place, Stevie. I found it online. Alright, I went there and there were what? Eight of us. There was a group leader. He was cured, he said, which I found an odd phrase. He was off it. A pig, if you must know, a young pig.
Pig.
Everyone had someone or something, and they were there to talk about it, all right? And Clarissa Ashton, you remember her, I'm sure, she was there.
Oh,
And she'd taken up with a dog, I think.
a dog, you think?
Why would she lie, Stevie? Why would anyone there lie?
Damned if I know.
That's not the point. We weren't there to talk about ourselves. We were there to talk about them, our problems, as they put it. Which isn't to say that the problems were entirely happy. I mean, there's this man, this fellow, this old gentleman with a goose or a duck. I think he was a goose, though.
Not keys, not dogs, not pigs. We're talking about goats,
No,
Martin.
we're talking about a particular goat. We're talking about Sylvia. Stevie, please. Just hear me out.
Hear you out. You want me to hear you out?
Yes, please, just sit down, and when I'm done, then maybe you can. Just please. everyone there had a reason, okay, and they were ashamed of the word, conflicted, all right, and they were there to talk about it. And I suppose I went there to find out why they were all there. I didn't understand, Stevie. I didn't know what was so wrong with being in love like that. What was so wrong, Stevie? Stevie, everyone had a history, all right, a deep history. The man with the pig was a farm boy, all right, and it was what he and his brothers did growing up with pigs. So piglets, it wasn't really clear, but I suppose it was better than doing it with their sisters or their grandmothers or their aunts. At least no one got hurt, Stevie.
No one got hurt.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. It's just it was a matter of comfort, of familiarity. It was what he was used to. But he said he was off it. He was cured, which I found odd. I mean, Stevie, he was happy when he was doing it.
Happy.
No, I suppose he no longer was happy. Everyone had a reason, Stevie. The matter of pig was a matter of comfort. There was a woman with a dog, not Teresa's woman with a German Shepherd. Stevie, it broke my heart. It turned out that she'd been raped by her brother and her father. Continually raped, Stevie, when she was 12, one watching the other, and so yes, it affected her to such an extent that she took out the dog. The man with the goose or the duck, whatever it was, the man with the bird was so ugly, Stevie, so hideously ugly that I could barely stand to look at him. And imagine what that's like, Stevie. Imagine what that's like, living with the thought that no woman, no man would ever even think about doing it with you, Stevie, ever. No one. And they were all so unhappy, Stevie, and for the life of me, Stevie, I didn't know why.
You know, I think I've hit upon why I'm going to kill you.
Before you do, Stevie, there's something else I think you should know.
Something else.
There's something I told Ross.
Not him
He's
again.
my best friend.
Oh, and I thought I was.
Stevie, I told him in all our years together, I've never been unfaithful. Alright, and your friends would grope me in the kitchen at parties once or twice they did it. And I never did anything. I never needed to, Stevie. We were so good together, you and I.
Perfect fit.
Almost.
Never imagined marriage more perfect.
I
Great
had it.
sex. Good cook even does
Stevie,
windows.
be serious.
I am serious. Fuck you, by the way.
Stevie, listen to me. All my male friends were having affairs and they'd be laughing at when they looked at me and say, what's the matter with you, Martin? Don't you have any lust? And I'd say, sure, a lot of lust, all for Stevie.
La-di-da-la-di fucking da.
They'd laugh about their affairs at the club, at parties, and they'd look at me, what do you mean all for Stevie? What kind of a man are you? Just for your wife?
You men must be a lot of fun together.
All man out, Stevie. I only wanted you.
There's something you should know too, Martin.
No, Stevie.
What?
Don't tell me that you've been with...
No. In all my life, I've never wanted anyone else but you. You know my mother? She used to tell me, be careful who you marry, Stevie. And I was careful. I fell in love with you. That sounds wrong. I rose in love with you. What? Cherished you all these years. We've raised our funny son together. And I've been happy, Martin. And I've been truly, completely happy. With you. Us as a
I know. I'm sorry, Steve.
Go on.
Are you going to do that with all the furniture?
Yes.
Stevie, Stevie!
You might have to help me with the heavy
That's
stuff.
my mother's bath.
Oh, it still is. So you found this lovely country place of yours and then?
Yes, I found our lovely country place, and then you remember I called you. I told you to put a hold on it. You remember?
No, I don't.
Doesn't matter. Getting back in the car, driving back to the highway, I stopped at the top of this hill.
Crest.
What?
Called a crest.
Was the crest of the hill. And the view, Stevie, it wasn't a spectacular view, but it was wonderful. You know, autumn leaves and these really nice clouds and turning the wind.
The regular bucolic.
Regular bucolic, right? And I got the fruits, the vegetables, and then the apples. You remember?
No, I don't.
Come on, Stevie. Right, fine, doesn't matter. I was getting back in the car with the vegetables and the fruits, and I looked past the vegetable seller and I saw her, Stevie.
Who?
Stevie.
Who could you have
I'm
seen?
going to get on with it, Stevie. She was just there, and Stevie, she was looking at me with these eyes.
Eyes! Those eyes! Them eyes!
You know what I was experiencing, Stevie. I melted.
Oh, you melted! Of course. Go on.
Her expression.
Hmm?
He was so pure and innocent, but trusting and guileless at the
You're
same.
innocent, trusting, guileless. You've never seen a child before. You never saw your own son when you
Oh, of
were
course, it's so pretty. Don't mock me.
Don't mock me!
Stevie, I went to where she was and I knelt there, alright? And I left.
God damn it!
I will finish it! Stevie, you asked for it. You asked for it, so I'm going to get it all out. So sit down and shut your tragic mouth. Sit! I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
Stevie, it was as if an alien came out of whatever, and it took me with it, Stevie, and it was an agony, an ecstasy, and a love of an unimaginable kind, but it relates to nothing. To nothing that can be related to. Don't you see, Stevie? Don't you see the thing that happened to me? Why I can't feel what I'm supposed to because it relates to nothing? It couldn't have happened, it did, but it can't have because what are you doing?
Being tragic.
Stevie.
But a psychiatrist would love all of this. What a beautiful scene we came
There was understanding there, Stevie, a communication so intense, and I still remember it.
Oh, so there are some things you can't remember,
An
huh?
understanding so intense, so deep.
I don't know why I came into these rooms. I don't know where to put the new head for the days.
Stevie,
Oh,
an
help
understanding
me,
so
Stevie.
deep and so intense that I will never forget. As intense as the night when you and I finally came together.
What are you saying, Martin? What's
Stevie, it
wrong
wasn't
with you?
happening, but it was. It was, Stevie.
How much do you hate me, Martin?
Stevie, I love you. And I love her. Stevie, please. Stevie, no. Stevie. Stevie, I have to do it. There was a communication, Stevie, an epiphany, I guess that's what comes closest, an epiphany. And when that happens, there's no holding back. I put my hands through the wires of the fence and she brought her face to mine and nuzzled.
I'm a grown married woman. Nothing. Nothing.
Her breath was so warm and so sweet.
Go on. Tell the grown married woman about the nuzzling and the caressing.
No, I think that.
Why? Fuck. Did you fucking hit her?
No. He did not hit me, Billy. I'm hitting myself. And when we redecorating, doesn't it look beautiful?
Mom, I can hear you. How can I hear you? Please, for fuck's sake, just stop it.
We will. But just we're not quite done.
Yes, Billy. You know what? Go outside. Go outside and play.
What?
Go outside
And play, toss a ball, climb a tree, make mud pies, frisbee, I don't know, pitch.
Listen, if I come back and I find that you hurt her in any way,
Mud pie? What will you do, Martin? When he comes back and finds you've hurt me? Huh?
What?
Down from the trees, hands all muddy. You know, sometimes I wish you were stupid.
Sometimes I wish you were stupid too.
Epiphany. Go on.
Yes. Stevie, when an epiphany happens, you can only go forward. I knew what was going to happen, Stevie.
What? That you and the fucking goat were meant for each other, huh?
She and I were going to go to bed together.
Not to bed, they hate to stall, not to
Whatever,
bed.
Stevie, whatever. The point is that I wanted her very much. And she wanted me, and I was going to do whatever it took, Stevie, whatever.
You'll be fucking Billy next.
It's not my time.
Your own son is not your type.
No, he's not my type, Stevie. You're my type. You're my type. You're my type, Stevie.
Oh. I'm your type, and so is the goat. As long as it's a feeling, huh? As long as it's got a cunt to
Not a
kick in.
cunt, a soul. You don't know the
You
difference.
can't fuck a soul!
It's all about the fucking,
Yes, it
Stevie.
is about the fucking, it's about you being an animal.
Yes, I thought we were all animals.
We don't fuck animals.
We fall in love with so many other kinds. We fall in love with cats and dogs and fish.
We don't fuck them. You are a monster.
No, I'm a greatly troubled, deeply.
Animal fucker. Are you going to tell me she wants you? What does she do back into you making awful little bleating noises?
No, that's she.
I don't give a fuck! So this animal, she gets down on her forelegs with her eyes
I'm
on
not
you
going to get the
from last-
specifics of our sex with you.
Oh, thank you so much. So, let me get this straight. You rape this animal.
Rape
You fuck her and you convince yourself it has something to do with love.
No, but you're not going to buy it, but it does, Stevie. It's not rape. I love her, and she loves me.
Fine, man. I've heard you out. I've heard you tell me how much you love me. How much you never wanted another woman in your life. How we've had a more perfect marriage than chance would even allow. But to bright for most of this shit, Martin. We see what's wrong and what's awful in what most people find completely normal. We have the joys and the sorrows of all of that. We have a life, Martin, all the way through life, right to the point of dying. But it's all right. It's all right because someone screws up. Unless someone screws up and you've screwed up.
I know.
And you know how you've done it? How you've screwed up our marriage.
Yes, because I was at a vegetable seller and I looked past the apple.
Because you've broken something that cannot be fixed. Fall out of love with me? Fine. Not fine, but that can be fixed. Over time. But tell me that you love me and an animal, both of us the same way. That you go from my bed, our bed, wash your dick, get into the car, go do what I cannot imagine myself imagining. Or worse, you come from her to me, do to me what I can imagine. Love. Love, Martin, love! That you can do these two things and not know how it shatters the glass. How I am destroyed, how you are. How I cannot admit it because I cannot deny it. How I cannot deny it because I cannot admit it. How I cannot admit it because it's outside of denying.
I'll stop. Stevie, I'll stop. It's not the end. Stevie, I'll stop. I'll stop.
How stop has nothing to do with having started. How nothing has anything to do with anything. You have destroyed me, you cold fucker. You love of my life, you have destroyed me and brought me down to nothing. Mark my words, Martin. Mark my words, I will bring you down with me.
Stevie.
I will bring you down with me.
Stevie, please. Stevie.
Wow. Well fucking done, huh? I'm so glad you guys sat down and sorted out as adults, huh? Where is she? Where is she?
Where's who?
My mother. Where is my mother?
Not mother. Not where is mother, but where is my mother?
Whatever, where is she? Where is my mother? Oh, you still there, haven't you?
Yes, I think so.
What?
No, obviously I didn't literally kill her, Billy, but I think I might as well have because we've killed each other.
Where is she?
She left.
What do you mean she left?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know how we
Stop
know?
asking me what I mean, Billy. She left. She finished what she had to say. She said one final thing, and she left. I don't know where she is. I assume she drove somewhere.
I know the car's not there, but where is she?
Billy, it's English. What do you want me to try and say it in Italian accent till you get it then? It's English, Billy. No, I don't know where she is. Yes, I didn't kill her. Maybe I think I might as well. I think we killed each other. It's English. It's one of your courses, Billy.
You know, I know who you are. I know who you're supposed to be, but right now I just can't even.
You don't recognize me. I'll take it as your mother.
Listen, parents fight. I know that. I know that. All kids know that. And good times and there rotten ones. But sometimes this blanket is just pulled out from under you.
You're
and it's
mixing
not-
your metaphors.
What?
Nothing. It's probably not the best time to bring it up. You're saying that there are good times and there are rotten ones. And, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The good times and the bad ones. The times are so deep and content in happiness that we think we'll probably drown in. But we won't mind. Some of those, not too many. The other times, we don't know what the fuck is going on. To us, with us, about us, and that's most of the time. I'm talking about us so-called adolescents. You know, then the time we just wish we were old enough. Old enough to just walk out the door, start all over again, blank it all out somewhere else.
Where does this classify in your hierarchy?
Now one guess, you fuck! What have you done with my mother?
Billy. We spoke, not like adults, we spoke. We finished our conversation. You see how we talk? finished our conversation, she said one final thing and she left. I don't know where she is.
How long ago?
An hour, maybe two, I'm not very good at time and
He
stuff.
said
like
2
that.
hours and you haven't not going to anyone, asking the police, calling the
Asking the police. Oh no, let us imagine how that conversation would go. Dial 911. Hello, yes, officer, my wife just found out that I've been doing it with livestock and she's taken off and can you please help me find her? Call a relative. Who am I supposed to call? Ross. She's a grown woman, Billy. She could be having a hair done for all I know.
What did she say?
Quite a few things.
When she left, what did she say when she left?
Something about bringing me down or whatever.
Just be specific, yeah?
Hard to be specific, believe me.
Just tell me what she said and now!
You have brought me down and I'm going to bring you down with me.
What does that even mean?
No one's ever brought you down before, have they? Suppose not. Not yet, anyway. It means what it says, Billy, that you've done to me what cannot be undone, and I'm going to do the same to you. You destroy me, I destroy you.
Yes, evidently I see. And what this? There's no point in setting all of this right.
It does look pretty awful, doesn't it?
Let's just do it anyway.
Set the stage for the next round, now, Billy. What next round? It's all behind us. Hope. Salvation. Just dead end, rock bottom, out with the garbage, flush down the toilet, spit out over the edge with heavy weights, down, sunk. All gone, isn't it, Billy? Whatever.
So tell me, what's it going to be? Divorce?
Want me to be honest?
Like you?
Be honest, I don't know, baby. I don't know that there are any rules for where we are anymore.
You're beyond all the rules, huh?
Yeah. Seems so. Have you ever been in love with me?
No. At least I don't think so. Lots of crushes around, but nothing serious.
Only twice with me. Your mother and Sylvia.
You're really holding on to this, huh?
What?
This goat, this big love affair.
It's true, Willie.
Just please grow up.
Help me with... Thank you.
You know, last week or last month, they asked us in school to talk about how normal our lives were, how conventional it all was, and how that made us feel.
What kind of school is this?
Oh, you chose it, you two chose it. Anyway, a lot of guys, what of them spoke about our home lives, how our parents get on. It wasn't very special. Apart from the parents who had died or got divorced or gone crazy or something.
Really crazy.
Sure, good private school that way. All boys too. Thanks. Anyways, pretty much what you'd expect. Maybe everyone left the juicy stuff out or they didn't even know it.
I take it. Have you got nothing spoken?
No. You know what I've done when I get up there on my hind legs?
What do I want to know, Billy?
Sure, you're a big guy.
I'm diminished.
Yes, what I'll tell them is that I've been living with two people, just about as splendid as you can get. That if I'd been born to anyone else, it couldn't have been any better.
Billy, come on.
No, I mean it. You guys are smart, you're fair, Both of you, and you have a sense of humor. And you're Democrats. You are Democrats.
More than the Democrats are themselves sometimes.
That's what I thought. And you figure out raising a boy doesn't include making him a carbon copy of you. That you're letting me believe that you're putting up with me being gay a lot better than you probably are. Thank you, really.
It's the least we can do, Billy. So, gay, huh?
Shut up. You let me have it a lot better than most boys. Not better than most parents are. A lot closer to what we grew up with you. As far as I can tell. Good guidance. Great values. It's really great to see how two people can love each other even after all these. At least that's what I thought. Until yesterday, until the shit, until the shit hit the fan. And you know that talk I was going to do in school, that became history. What will I say now? The good shit lollipop gone and sunk. What will I say? Well, see, I came home yesterday and everything was great. Absolutely normal, therefore great. Great parents, great trees, great cars, the good old great huh? And today I come home and what do I find? I find my great mom and my great dad talking about some letter from their great friend Ross.
Fuck Ross.
Yes, a letter from their great good friend Ross, written to great old mom, talking about how great old dad had been out in the barnyard, fucking animals. Animals. Yes, one in particular, huh? A goat. A fucking goat. And you see, friends, fellow students, your stories are swell and whatever, but I've got one that could really knock your socks off. Wipe the tattoos right off your butts. You see, while great old mom and great old dad were doing the great old parents thing, one of them was underneath the house, down in the cellar, digging a pit so deep, so wide, so huge, that we all just fall in and never be able to climb out again, no matter how much we want to, no matter how hard we try. And you see, friends, fellow students, I love these people. I still love the man who's been down there digging. He's not giving it to a goat. I love this man.
Billy, you're looking at it wrong. It's not that, it's not going to affect you, Billy.
What?
No, it's not your fault.
No, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your quality time with your fucking son.
What do you think it really was?
No, yes it was. What's the matter? What's his name? Help one another.
But not like that. You fucking kissed
Like
him.
what?
Oh my god.
He's hurt. He's hurt. I hurt him, but he still loves me. He still loves his father. And if that clicks over and becomes what sexual for just 1 minute, then so what, bro? So what? He's hurt and he's lonely and mind your own business.
God, you guys are sicker than I thought.
No.
I mean, skeleton. It clicked over. And he was just another man. I know. I get confused. Sex and loving him. I probably don't want to sleep with him all night. I probably want to sleep with everyone.
What is this contagious now?
Billy, there was a man, a friend of mine. We went to the same gym together. And he told me about this time that he had his baby on his lap. Not even old enough to be a boy or a girl, just a baby. And he had it on his lap and he was giggling at him. He was making gurgling sounds and he was shifting it from side to side, trying to make it giggle more. And all at once he realized he was getting hard. It wasn't sexual, he wasn't aroused by the baby in any way. It's just his dick was rising to his baby in his lap, and when he realized what was happening, he thought he was going to die. His pulse was going a mile a minute, his ears were ringing loud. He was going to faint, he knew it, and then it stopped. His wife walked in, he smiled at her, she smiled at him, he handed her the baby. And he realized that it meant nothing, that nothing was related to nothing. It was just a one-off, a mistake. These things happen. Besides, what do I know? I'm hysterical. Remember?
Martin, what are you trying to do? Defend yourself. Jesus God, you guys are sick.
Jesus is sick, and then the only two words you know, Ross. Of course not. It was the baby. No, of course not. Now what, Ross? Now what? What have you come for now? What have you come to destroy now?
Martin, Stevie called me and she said she needed me here for you, and I'm here for you.
We needed you. What are you, a handy with a mop? She called you.
Yes, she called me. Jesus God, getting hard with a baby. Is there anything you people don't get off on?
No, of course not. Was it? No. Hold on. Is there anything we people don't get off on? That's what you said. Is there anything we people do? Is there anything anyone doesn't get off on, Ross? Whether they admit it or not, whether they know it or not. Remember Saint Sebastian with all the arrows shot into him? He probably came. God knows the faithful did.
What's the be of course?
You want me to go on? Shut up about the second coming?
Sick.
No, I'll tell you what's sick, Ross. I'll tell you what's sick. Writing this fucking letter to Stevie. That's what's sick.
Martin,
No. Why? No, you didn't have to. No, you didn't have to. I tell you because what? You're my best friend. Well, you're my best friend outside your family because I had to tell someone with his head on straight enough to hear it, and you motherfucker. Judas, you turn around and you tell me the first chance you
Martin,
No, that's where you're wrong.
I couldn't let you continue.
You didn't have to. I could have worked it out. I could have worked it out and no one would have known but you motherfucker. Mr. One strike and you're out. No one would have known but you. And now, Ross, now nothing can ever be the same as it was. Believe me. Fine, Ross, fine. Fine, it was sick. It was compulsive. It was whatever
Martin,
you want.
it is sick. It is wrong.
Is what?
It's wrong. Look at him. Deeply destructive.
Fine, whatever you want, Ross, whatever you want, it's wrong. But you didn't have to break it down. You didn't have to destroy Stevie too, Ross.
Wow. How me bringing you down. But you still don't get it. It's different. This is not embezzlement or stealing from a helpless widow or going to a hooker and coming down with an STD, because this is more than that. This is beyond that. Martin, I know you, and I know you won't stop. You will go on, and God forbid, someday someone will find you in that farm, wherever your father hides her. Someone will find you with your pants around your ankles, kneeling down behind that fucking animal.
For fuck's sake, leave him alone, Ross.
You know there are prison terms for this.
That's not what I wanted.
Some states might even kill you for it. Forget the law. You know what they would do to you outside? The press, the media, down it all comes, just like that. Your success, your reputation, your fucking family, all for what? For fucking that damn animal. And is it really worth it, Martin?
Press. Media. I heard that right. That's what you said. That's what it comes down to. That people will know. That people will find out. Fuck the thing itself. Fuck what matters. That I can do whatever I want, and that's what's important.
Look, your soul is your own business. The rest maybe
Yes,
I can
it's my
help you
own
with.
business, and clearly you don't have one. That's what's important. What we can get away with. Oh, it's so simple. Well, I thought it had to do with love and loss and complicated human emotions, but it's really that simple. It's just about getting by. Well, Stevie and I have clearly been messing with the wrong angel when she comes back. If she comes back after that damn stunt you pulled with your letter, I'm going to have to set her straight. No, it's not about love, it's not about loss. It's quite simple. You see, it's just about what we can get away with. Does no one see what happened here? Does no one realize that I'm alone? All alone.
For God's sake, Martin.
Oh. Do see, don't you, Ross?
No.
No. No. No, Stevie, what is this? What did you do, Stevie?
I went to where Ross told me I would find your friend. I found her. I killed her. And I brought her here to you. No? Why are you surprised, Martin? Why are you so shocked? What did you expect me to do?
What did she do, Stevie? What did she ever do?
She loved you, you say, as much as I do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.